This is a silicone mat. I used it as paint palette. When I was done with my painting, I just spread out all the paint with a paint shaper. I'm going to use this to make some collage paper. I make sure I spread out the paint thinly over the silicone mat. I use the paint shaper to make some marks in the paint. It's the next day and the paint is dry. Today I'm going to make a pool from the paint on the silicone mat. I'm using matte medium, but you can also use gloss or satin medium. I use a white paint shaper to spread the medium over the paint. I make sure to spread out the medium evenly over the paint so that there is no uneven spots. If you miss some areas, make sure that you cover it with some medium. Collage paper I make from this spool will make the perfect paper for floral collage or even for a landscape. I accidentally took off too much medium from the green area. I tried to cover it with medium that's on the silicone mat, but decide to add some more glue to the areas that's a bit thin. I learned this technique from artist Maribeth Quinn. She also has a YouTube channel and she has a few painting with paper courses that's worth taking. I just try to make sure that the medium is spread evenly even onto the sides. What I then do, I take a piece of medical exam paper. I think you can do it with wet strength tissue paper as well. I just lay the paper over the silicone mat. So careful that it don't stick before you're ready. It doesn't matter if it greases. So you can see there it made a hole. That's not too important because this is going to be collage paper. So what I now have to do, make sure that there is glue over the whole piece of paper. I might even put some glue here where it is broken to try and fix it. You can tear off the sides if you want to now, or you can leave it till it's dry. Make sure the paper is evenly glued to the mat. If needed, add more medium to areas that might need some. Before you continue, the medium must be thoroughly dry. This is dry now. So now I have to lift it from the sides very, very carefully. Some lifted by itself already. So I must lift it so that it doesn't stay on the paper or tear the paper. It's down the palette. There's a big hole That's okay. Very gently lift it. Easiest to start where there's a piece of loose paper, but if you have to start it on a place where there's no paper, it might be easiest to bend over your silicone mat and then lift it if you have no long edges. So I'm slowly pulling. It's a bit stuck on the side, so just be careful not to tear it. Just went over the side and stuck on the paper here. So that's where I had a problem. There's a piece that's stuck as well, so it's just that can come from the other side. Stuck again to the paper. Just loosen it so that it's not tearing the whole thing. Got stuck on the paper, which is causing me a bit of a problem. Let me just get the silicone mat loose and I can lift it from there. So there is a whole piece of paper, which I can use as a collage paper. There's some holes. There's a big hole. Here where I fixed it, you can't even see the hole. That was the one that I was worried about when I was gluing it all together. That was another hole that I was worried about. But next to it, it tore where I took it off the big paper. You can tear this pieces off. Cut it off with scissors if you want to. All these loose bits I can use to lift some paint again at some other stage. I'm very happy with this. I can either use a big part of it for a background to a collage, this green area would be wonderful for a landscape or for some bush. I like this part of the painting, would be a great surface background for a floral. It already have some greens and some pinks in it, and it would form a perfect base to go from there. It's a good way to use up all your paint on your palette and to make some collage papers that you can use in other projects without wasting any paint that you've used. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it or if you're gonna try it. If you got any value from this video, please give it a like. Thanks for watching. See you next time.